Welcome everyone. Another fascinating kind of high-techy toy. I'm not sure exactly when this came out, but it's called Hovercraft. By Thinkgeek. See if I can find on this if there's some sort of can't find my instructions. Is there any dates on it? Here we go. Thinkgeek, made in China. It doesn't really say. Here's the back of the box. I guess we should show that as well. Kind of gives you an idea of what this game is all about. And it's kind of a cool game in the fact that it's using a gimmick of this levitation. Now, this is the kind of stuff that started out with the Levitron that was pushed on many years ago on the Art Bell show, who then tried to make it out that it was some sort of anti-gravity, one of the many disreputable things that he did. So here's how the game works in terms of death-defying by building on top of a levitating platform powered by maglev technology. A translucent pieces higher and higher, or remove them from what the die indicates. The last player to place a block without causing the platform to tumble wins. So, let's see if I can... futuristic hovercraft playing board with magnetic levitating platform, 24 building blocks, 6 pyramids, 6 corners, 6 L-shapes, 6 straight pieces, and 6-sided dice, block tray storage, and instructions, which I don't really have any longer. But are these two of the ugliest people you've ever seen? I don't know how they ever got on a box cover, but here we go. But it's kind of a cool game. I was trying to think of ways to incorporate this in more interesting radionic practices, but it is a cool, fun game. Well, here you got this levitating platform. I don't know if you can see that. There you go. It is perfectly set here. Now you have to make sure it's up, and then basically you just keep placing blocks on here. So you take turns doing that, and you keep doing it until the platform actually breaks. I should say goes down. So, because this is adding to the actual... And there are a few other, but I mean, that's basically it. What's kind of cool about this is the what you can actually do is try and pick the number of these. Pick these that will, by using your intuition, your psychic abilities, well, how many of these and what pieces can you put on here before it goes down? So that's a great way of using it kind of as a psychic training tool, but it's a fun thing. But you can see how it can easily, pieces can fall off, so you have to be careful. It's kind of like Jenga on a levitation. So it's kind of cool when you see that. Now, if you put too much on, you're going to push the plate down. So depending on how it's done. But you can see how things fall off it very easy. These are the common pieces. So when you put too much on, if you don't put it in the right place, you tend to have that problem where it actually falls off. So let's put something here. Let's put a whole bunch of pieces here. And you can see there's a real problem with the tilting. So you have to make sure that as you're building, you don't run into that, because it's not just falling down. If you put a lot of weight on this, something that's heavy, you're going to get it to go down, and then this happens. So, it is kind of fun. It's interesting. There's a lot of variances to it. So I always love things that kind of levitate like this, even though really this is nothing more than two magnets pushing across. There's certainly no levitation going on here. There's no special technologies going on whatsoever. So it's just magnets pushing each other, and there's lots of these available on the market today in different aspects. You can buy things that just levitate with a particular disc. You have a box underneath, the disc you put on top of it. And those are kind of fun, and I've used those for different things to see if that creates kind of a vortexy energy. And it's fun. It's fun that this is kind of something that, you know, it is levitating. So, and you can get things that levitate that don't have strings on them either. And that's what the Levitron did, which is not easy to do. A lot of these Levitrons with the tops and the things that Art Bell sold were very difficult to use, and they didn't stay up well. They weren't balanced well, and you had to spin this top and other things. They really were a gimmick, and they were very expensive. So here's a fun little game called, here we go, Hovercraft from Thinkgeek. You get this whole board here, and let me show you the board underneath as well. So you get this levitating board. This is what it looks like underneath. There is an adjustment here of the actual cords and so forth, so you can make it tighter or looser, and that's important with having this stay up, and also having it stay up straight, which is a problem. So sometimes you have to mess with this. I had it working fine. Now we've got a problem. And, of course, there's an adjustment here as well. This adjusts, I think it adjusts the magnet in there, and so that you get a better levitation process. Here we are back to normal, and then you start piling it on there. And as I said, you certainly can use this in a more intuition way, practice your ESP with it. What pieces can you put on here and not have problems with? But it's just a fun thing. It's kind of one of those fun little items to have on your desk, one of those many executive type toy stuff. And it has some, depending on how much you're into this, there is play value in this. It is interesting. It is fun, and it is different. So I hope you enjoyed this board game review.